Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live, number 188, for this Wednesday, October 22nd. I'm your host, Rod, here with some of my good friends in the chat. I hope we got some good friends in the chat. I'm hoping. This is where we talk about today's tech news, where we talk about today's eInk news, and if you like that kind of stuff, this is where we do this from Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, usually about an hour-long show. And you could join us if you like during the weekdays. Hit that subscribe button or hit the join button too if you want to get a badge by your name. But definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to see more things like this and get notifications when we pop up for this daily tech news show. All right, so first off, what we're going to do is get to the holidays, like we always do here. National holiday is going to be a National Make a Dog's Day. So today is National Make a Dog's Day. If you got a dog in your life, do something nice for the dog. Treats. If you don't take the dog for normal walks, how about walking that dog today? Little shampoo, little massage. Can't hurt, right? All right. National Cap Locks Day. Check your keyboard right now. Just check your keyboard. Make sure the cap locks isn't on there. You'll be good to go. Okay, I had to do that a few times this morning. Cap locks got me. So don't let the cap locks get you. Check your cap locks. National Cap Lock Day. National Nut Day. Listen, I'm a vegetarian. Nuts are a huge part of my diet. I'm glad Mr. Mike's not here. No, good to go. It's a good source of protein for people who don't eat meat. So, National Nut Day. Trying to pass along some of the love. How's it going, you guys? We got some people popping up in the chat here. We got Aaron here. We got DeRock and Lau. Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you. Good morning. And happy coffee to you. All right, so what else we got here? After the holidays, we got the rando news. So before we jump into the tech news, so a bit of rando news here. I read a story that was very interesting. We all get the fitness trackers on, right? We're trying to get our 10,000 steps a day. Turns out, I did a study today. I'm not getting detailed into this. It's just things I noticed that I want to pass along. Rando. Turns out women over the age of 60 only need 4,000 steps. Like they had studies that showed that like women's tendency to get a lot of cardiac related illnesses dropped by 40% with just 4,000 steps a day. And it don't even have to be 4,000 steps at one time. You can just accumulatively collect 4,000 steps throughout your day. Increase your chance of extending life by 40%. Come on, chill out. That was huge to me. I'm like, what? But anyway, yeah. So I don't know about men over 60. The study didn't say anything about men over 60. It just said women over 60. So very interesting stuff there. The Louvre. Now, this is old news. Hey, BM. Thanks for joining. Good morning, sir. The Louvre was robbed. I'm sure you guys know about this, but a bit of random news I want to talk about. That makes me sad, right? Like the Louvre. Now, and I don't really care if a painting gets stolen. Like, well, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I would care. No, you know what? I wouldn't care if a painting got stolen. Because if a painting got stolen, that painting is going to 100% stay intact. If someone steals the Mona Lisa, they're not going to, no one's going to go through the pain and the ordeal of stealing the Mona Lisa just to trash it, right? Because it'll be worth absolutely nothing then. But when they steal jewels, it hurts. First of all, I'm getting more into lapidary stuff, so I know the significance of these things now, and I'm like, I know things I didn't know just 2 months ago. So I'm just like, man. And they're historic jewels from the 15th, 16th century, like, were stolen. Like, we call them invaluable, right? But everything has a price tag. Hence, they wouldn't have got stolen if they didn't. But seemingly invaluable jewels get stolen from the Louvre from French history, right? I don't care about French history, to be honest with you, but I do care about history. And like I said, jewels now. It's just a shame that whoever stole these things are going, well, you know, it's not a shame. There's two possibilities in my mind. One, the person who stole these jewels from the Louvre in France were stealing them, or the people who stole them were stealing them for someone who just wants to keep it in their private collection, right? They're like, I just want to keep these in my vault. I'm never going to tell anyone about it. I just want to have a piece of French history. Or maybe those jewels belong to that guy's family. He's just stealing them back. So I can see that. You're taking them. I'm not condoning it, right? But you're taking it because you want it back, right? Or you just want it in your personal collection. And to me, anybody who wants it just for the look at it, I mean, that doesn't mean it was theirs. But still, it just, at least it's going to stay intact, okay? It's not good, but the jewel's going to stay intact. They may be recovered later because they're still going to be intact. So whoever had them stolen, keep them in their private collection, someone finds out about it, or this dude dies and someone finds out about it, then they give it back to the whoever, right? Now, the second option is someone stole it to break these things down, which is the heartbreaking part. They're going to break the jewels down. They'll never be recognizable again. They're going to break the crowns down, melt down the gold and the silver. And it's like those pieces that were made hundreds of years ago will just never be seen in that form, in that shape again. It's heartbreaking. It really is. I don't know why it hit me so hard when I heard about it, but I'm like, I got to share this with you guys. But yeah, the Louvre, and they talked about how the Louvre, I'm mad because there was no security there in that museum in France. Like, how is it the most prestigious, the biggest, the most widely known museum in the world has the crappiest security? And then I heard that not only was the Louvre robbed, over the last 2 months, like 10 other art museums are robbed. I'm like, what are you guys doing in France? I mean, again, I don't care about French history like that, but I don't care about pieces of history that are just going to be lost if people decide to break these things down and dismantle them. But anyway, okay. What is the last thing we got here? I think that was all the rando news. What do we got in the chat here? So I saw a Penstar and 10.3 screen brightness comparison this morning. Did you do this before? If so, what type of camera would one use? I saw a Penstar and 10.3 screen brightness comparison this morning. Okay, firstly, if we're talking about screen brightness, I've done, out of all the devices that I have, I've tested the screen brightness of these devices. I put the numbers up on my website, rantsaboutTech.com. I'm gonna link that. I don't even know, it's HTTP. You know what? Forget it. I'm not putting the link in there. I was going to. You know, I will. It's at rantsaboutTech.com. So, oh, wrong. Did I spell it wrong? What? Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put the website in here, in the link. So, I'm gonna put a link to the website here. So, just to answer anyone's questions about this. So, I did measurements on the eNote. I did measurements on the eNote 2. I did measurements on the Vanguards, all those devices. So how it shakes down for brightness on an eInk screen is basically the Vanguards kills everybody. The Vanguards beats the eNote 2. It beats the eNote. It beats the 10.3. It beats every device I have here, which was about 11 devices at the time. So the Vanguards kills every other screen in brightness, ink darkness, all of that. I put those stats, like I said, up on the website. Look at the article. You'll see it there. I even got the numbers there. I even put the numbers there of all the devices. But so the 10.3 doesn't beat the eNote. The eNote is number 2 on that list. So it goes Vanguards, eNote 2, and then eNote. I'm not sure what's fourth, but yeah. But definitely check it out. Aaron, the spectrophotometer is the device he should be using. Yeah, he should be using the spectrophotometer. That's what I use. I don't know what Aaron or video Aaron saw. But the guy shouldn't be using a camera for this. I talked about Voya using a camera to judge whiteness as well. You can't use a camera to judge whiteness. The first thing is different manufacturers' cameras see light differently. So there is no standard way to look at light when you're talking about cameras. That's the first problem with cameras. The second problem with cameras is you're going to have to process the picture. Once you process it, any accurate measurement you're trying to get is flushed down the drain. Okay, you can't crop on an image and process it and expect to get proper data collection. People do that with astrophotography, and it's not. I guess you could do it with astrophotography, but that doesn't mean it's accurate for astrophotography. It's just as inaccurate for astrophotography. The thing with astrophotography is we have no better way to do it, right? We have better ways to do it here on Earth. We can judge things here on Earth. Things that's not inside the Earth, like we have to use pictures for that, right? So I can understand that logic. But on Earth, you want to use more precise things. The spectrophotometer is the way to go about doing that, not a camera. The camera is going to give you bad readings. Like I said, it depends on the camera. It depends on your lighting setup. It depends on the light you use, the light temperature you use. With the spectrophotometer, everything's standard, which is why I've been vying for everyone to use standardized instruments if they're going to call themselves judging eInk screens. Like, don't set up a camera and some lights and call that science. That's there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Someone's already made that device. It's called a spectrophotometer. What are we talking about? Oh yeah. So, but that's the last thing. Let's see what else. Oh, I see. That's what I thought at Palm. So that's going into the tech news we have here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take a look at that video, Aaron. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what setup this guy's got. But if he's using the camera, it's all wrong. Let's go to tech. I'm not gonna use that transition. The transition is loud. My bad. I didn't know it was loud. I haven't changed it yet, but I will. So going on to tech news. What do we got here? So the first thing for tech we got here is going to be OpenAI introducing a ChatGPT browser, basically an OpenAI browser. So this is the first AI browser from OpenAI, and it's called Atlas. What do we got here? It's an AI browser, like I just said. Features memory for the activities that you're doing. So one of the advantages of using this versus using, say, Chrome, would be that not only do you have a history, you have a memory of what you've been searching, so it can give you active options, right? It can give you options based on what you've been looking at and give you feedback based on what you've been doing, not just showing you what you were doing, but actively giving you feedback. So that's great. Agent capable, so it can take a tab and it can actually carry out a lot of functions for you. This particular browser looks a lot like Chrome, so that tells me that it's probably based on Chromium. And I've seen and heard a couple reports talking about the fact that it may be based on Chromium. So I think it's pretty safe to say this is a Chromium-based browser for Mac OS only right now. So it's not going to be available for Android or Windows right now. I didn't get any confirmation whether this was iOS capable yet. But it's definitely Mac OS. They make it a point to say that right off the top. Do we use AI browsers here? Is anyone into the AI browser way of doing things? I have tried Dia for a short time. They were letting people try it for a period. It's like $200 a month to do it, so I couldn't continue to try it. I used it like a regular browser. I didn't know what to do with it. Now, if there was a feature in these AI browsers that I couldn't get in a regular browser, I might be more inclined to use it, but I don't know what that feature is. If you guys have a use case for AI browsers that you think is indispensable, let me know in the chat. Or if you're watching the replay, let's get the air horns going for the replay crew. We got a replay crew. If you guys watching the replay know of any one of these things, let me know. I'd love to know what your use case is for AI browsers because I haven't gotten one yet. But yeah, I just use it like a regular browser. I mean, the agent functions were cool, but it felt like I had to babysit the agent when it was doing things, which is good. I guess you don't want it to automatically do everything for you. You want there to be some checks and balances in it, right? But yeah. You guys let me know how you feel about that. Going to the chat, we got Palm says he claims his camera technique is more accurate than a spectrophotometer. Was that a joke? This dude's like, oh, no. Believe me, my camera, I've got it set up to like a spectrophotometer. It shines light. Can your camera shine light? No. Cameras collect light. They can't make their own light. What are we talking about? Who Voya? I thought he uses a camera, but I didn't want to be messy. Voya uses a camera as well. But Voya stopped using the camera after I brought up the spectrophotometer. Now he uses a different method. I haven't seen that method in use yet, but he ain't using that camera and lightbox anymore. That's for sure. At least I hope not. But you know who is using a spectrophotometer though? Who bought one after I went in on we should be using this? Khaled. Khaled cares about accuracy. I like Khaled. Khaled cares about accuracy. Khaled is where I got the idea for the spectrophotometer because he was using a machine to judge the color of the light coming off these eInk displays, the front light. So he was judging the color shift of the light. And I was like, I wonder if there's one of those machines that would actually tell us the brightness of the background. And there it was. It's called a spectrophotometer. After I bought mine and started doing videos with that, Khaled bought him one. And now Khaled uses that in his videos. So Khaled does it the right way. I do it the right way. I hope that Voya does it the right way. I know Voya does his roughness test the right way. I'm not sure how I used to do it, but after I bought my roughness tester and started doing roughness tests using the RA standard, I know Voya bought him a roughness tester for sure. So I'm hoping everyone, but the point here is I'm not influencing this, right? Standardization is influencing this. So hopefully everyone gets on the train of buying standardized equipment to test with so we can all be talking in the same terms here and giving you guys, the consumers of these devices, quantifiable information that is consistent throughout all of the reviewers, right? I mean, that's what you would want. Could you imagine MKBHD talking about cell phone brightness and candle? What are they? What's another? Let me see. Hold on. Could you imagine MKBHD talking about screen brightness and what is that term? Oh, it's such a dumb term. Oh, candles per square meter. Could you imagine that? Or could you imagine MKBHD, the biggest tech YouTuber on YouTube, judging the phone brightness by saying, "Oh, let me get my camera, take a picture, and we're gonna judge the brightness of this thing, and then we're gonna say, no, he uses the industry standard term for brightness, which is nits." Could you imagine Mr. Who's the Boss being like, "Oh, the lumens on this screen is this"? No. All tech YouTubers use the same term to describe screen brightness, and that's nits. And there's a reason for that, because that's the industry standard term. Like, I mean, what are we talking about here? And when MKBHD says the iPhone 17 has 3,000 nits brightness, Mr. Who's the Boss says the iPhone screen has 3,000 nits brightness, Apple says the iPhone screen has 3,000 nit brightness. Well, all the consumers are going to be like, well, it's pretty clear to me that, that the iPhone has 3,000 nits of brightness. I'm not saying that's true, but you get the point here. If one YouTuber for eInk is saying, oh, the screen brightness is brighter than the Note Air 3C, another YouTuber says, well, the screen brightness, according to my camera, is this many lumens. And then another YouTuber says, oh, the screen brightness, judging from my spectrophotometer, is this. Well, that's three different measurements, three different standards. No one knows what's right. Consumers are confused when that happens, right? eInk needs to get on board. Screen brightness is measured. eInk screen brightness is measured in CIE, which is the Consortium for Illumination. The CIE standard is what anyone should be using to judge screen brightness when they're talking about eInk devices. If you don't have a device that measures CIE, whiteness, and brightness, then you're not using the right device. For anyone out there who cares. How do we get on that? We're moving on. Anyone use AI browsers though? What do we got here? It is Voya. Look at my comment above. Palma. Aaron, the spectral. Oh, yep. I see. That's blah blah blah. Voya just shows the results now. I don't understand it, so I just want to learn more. Well, see, the thing is, I don't think Voya is using a spectrophotometer right now. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you, because I don't know. I don't know the standard he's using either. So if he's using some kind of standard, I don't know what it is. Oh, he's back to the camera, and I made a comment on his video, and he's defending it by saying it's more accurate. Dude, who cares? If if someone wants to judge back screen brightness with a camera and a light box, more power to you, bro. No one in the industry is going to care. No one in the industry is going to care about that. The only people who care about someone's like created standard that they made themselves, even though they didn't have to make it, because we already have a wheel, CIE. They're just going to talk about it like that, and no one's going to understand ever what they're doing, and they would have wasted a whole bunch of time. And for what? No one understands it. No one understands it. People that are not even in the eInk industry understand my way of doing it, because it's exactly how they do it in the industry. We may get there. We may never get there. We'll see. The next thing we got on the tech chart is going to be Galaxy XR. So if you guys don't know, Galaxy XR is a headset from Samsung that's essentially a Vision Pro, Apple Vision Pro, but with Android. This unit uses Android XR to run it. There's one more. I think it uses Astra as well, Google Astra. So there's a couple things going on, a couple Google things going on inside of this Samsung headset. It's $1,799 to start off with, so it's less. Is it? How much is the? How much is the Apple Vision Pro now? Oh yeah, word. It's definitely cheaper than that. So we got $1,800 basically for this particular headset. It's better than buying an Apple Vision Pro, right? For the price. My problem is that there's nothing about the experience of Android when they first come out with something that tells me it's going to compete with the smoothness of what Apple's doing. I get motion sickness. This thing has to be crazy smooth for me not to get sick when looking through it. Okay, I gotta keep Dramamine on hand at all times when I have something like this on my head, and I don't want to do that. So nothing tells me this is going to be a smooth experience. I will wait to see what reviewers say about it. I will wait maybe even for a Gen 2. You know what I'm saying? It took Android about 5 or 6 years to catch up with the smoothness of iOS. When they decided they wanted their UI to be smooth, it took about 5 years for them to catch up. I hope it don't take 5 years for them to catch up with Apple Vision Pro type smoothness, but nothing tells me that we're there yet with this first gen model here. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt. Next up, we got T-Mobile. So T-Mobile is my carrier, right? T-Mobile is my carrier, and I used to love T-Mobile. I've been with T-Mobile for over a decade now. I used to run a business a while back, repairing technology, and cell phones and PCs more specifically. And when I was doing that is when I first got my T-Mobile account. First, they were giving me a discount because I was military or ex-military, and then they were also throwing another discount because I was a small business doing business with them. So I got a couple discounts right off the top. Those discounts lasted a couple years. After that, the discounts wore off. I stayed with them because even though the service wasn't all that good, it was like, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? And I get updates for free. You know what I'm saying? The military plan is pretty good. But I noticed over the last like 3 or 4 years, especially moving to Philadelphia. I think I've been in Philadelphia 3 years now. So moving to Philadelphia, I thought the connection for T-Mobile, because I never had 5 bars in Syracuse, New York, upstate New York. Never got 5 bars with T-Mobile. Ever. Never. Got to Philly and thought, well, you know what? It's a bigger city. I should get 5 bars. Guess what? No, never got 5 bars. oh, I got 5 bars now. They must have knew I was talking about it. I was just about to show you guys. Anyway, never got 5 bars throughout the city. And it just made me mad. The connection wasn't bad. I just didn't get 5 bars, right? Then I started noticing a couple of the price hikes that goes on with T-Mobile. Price hikes, like T-Mobile has had at least 2 price hikes every year for the last, I don't know for how long, at least 2 price hikes. We've had 2 this year already for T-Mobile. The price hikes, me not being able to get five bars regularly, when I live in a city like Philadelphia, that and 2 other things. I only have 3 lines on my account. Me and my daughter, who I'm still paying for, because she still needs me to pay for her phone. I don't know why. I'm done paying for it, but I still do it anyway. She's more than capable of paying for her own phone. But anyway, I got me and my daughter on my plan. And then there's a 3rd line that I've been paying for 2 years. And every time I call to ask T-Mobile, what is this 3rd line? I only have 2 phones, me and my daughter's. Why is there a 3rd line here? They explained it by saying, oh, I had a line when I first got to Philadelphia over 3 years ago now. When I first got here, I got like home internet through T-Mobile. So I had a 3rd line for 2 or 3 months. I had them take that line off when I handed the modem back in when I got my new apartment and I got Verizon. So I'm like, okay, cool. I don't need this anymore. Turn it back in. Cancel the line. We're all good. That line was never canceled. So I've been paying for internet for a service that I returned the device. The line should have been canceled. I have been trying to cancel that line for 2 years. 2 years, chat. I've been trying to cancel a line on my T-Mobile account for 2 years that I've been paying for. I've only been paying for it because I'm tired of arguing with them and I can't get them to take it off. So I said this. Oh, and you guys want to know why I still have the Pixel 7? Because I wanted to go to the Pixel 10. And I wanted to get the Pixel 10 when it came out. And they were like, oh, yeah, you have to pay $700. Like, I've never paid for a phone update in my life, chat. In my life, I've never paid for a phone upgrade. They're free. Even when I got the first iPhone, you had to plunk down $700 for that first iPhone. I mean, they didn't. Back then, they weren't subsidizing iPhones, so you just had to have the money up front. Since that day, I've never paid for a phone. Ever. And so I'm like, okay, I can't get this line off of my account. It's been on there. I've been paying for it for 2 years. They keep telling me there's nothing they can do about it. Oh, they don't know why it's there. We're going to. So they haven't canceled it. Every time I call them and ask them about canceling it, it doesn't get canceled. I've been dealing with this line for 2 years now. I've dealt with. Then the straw that broke the camel's back is them telling me that they can't upgrade my Pixel 7 that I paid for a long time ago. And I'm ready for an upgrade. They're telling me I can't get an upgrade to the Pixel 10 Pro without paying $700. I'm like, T-Mobile, I've been with you guys for over a decade. I've never had to pay for a phone upgrade in my life with you guys. Why am I having to pay now? You know what answer I got? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We don't know. Well, guess what, T-Mobile? Decade-long customer, gone. And I got to make a video about it. That plus the fact I can't get that line that's on my account off. I've paid probably a good $1,000 for that line in the last 2 years. Jay talking about, what's going on, Jay? Good morning. Jay's like, look at this guy in his high-fashion pink polo. Listen, sometimes you got to wear pink to let everybody know you're secure in your masculinity. Or if you just want to feel like Killer Cam. If you want to feel like Killer Cam, then you wear the pink. You know what I mean? This ain't Killer Pink or nothing like that. I think Killer Cam got his own color of pink, but I feel like Killer Cam sometimes when I wear my pink polo. What do we got here? Maybe Voy meant to say something else. I don't think English is first language. It's definitely not. And I think a lot of this depends on whatever you're frustrated with the screen, the way it is with RT ghosting. Or if you want the keyboard case option. I'm trying to hold off on the Palma 2 Pro until I see pen reviews on it, but I might not stay strong. Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. Same here. Vid Matchup says, what's going on, Mr. Mike? And look at this guy. Oh yeah, we already seen that. His T-Mobile. Oh wow, I didn't even think about the T-Mobile being pink and me wearing the shirt. You know what? That might have been a subliminal thing. I knew I was coming on throwing some hate at T-Mobile today. That might have influenced my shirt selection today. Maybe. What else we got here? So anyway, let's finish with this T-Mobile story. Because they ain't just making me mad. They've made a lot of people mad. So it turns out I'm not the only one. And you know what? I told the lady, I was like, listen, hold on, let me get big. I told the representative I was on the phone with who couldn't get rid of that third line for me. That was over a month ago. It's still there. So that third line I've been paying for is still there, even though it told me multiple times we're trying to take it off. They haven't done it. And so I told the representative, like, listen, I've never paid for an upgrade in my life. I was like, there's nothing you could do for me? I was like, listen, if I go to Verizon today, they're going to give me just for switching to them. I don't even have to trade my phone in. Just from switching and opening an account with them, I get a free Pixel 10 Pro. I was like, listen, I'm like, can you at least match what they're going to do? Like, because I was like, if you can't match what they're going to do, I'm out. I'm switching, period. She was like, sir, we don't care. Bang it. She didn't say that. But she might as well have said bang it, because I have no recourse but to leave T-Mobile now, even though I don't want to. I don't want to look for another carrier. I'm going straight to Verizon. I've been wanting Verizon for a long time anyway. I'm going straight to Verizon. T-Mobile does not care about existing customers. When a decade-long customer of yours says, I'm switching if you can't do at least what the other companies are willing to do for me, they don't care no more. They've gotten so big that they just don't care about the customers no more. And I'm cool with that, because I'll leave and go to Verizon where they actually still care about customer service still. Anyway, let's get to the stats here. This isn't just me just ranting and raving. I'm not the only one upset at T-Mobile. Recent surveys reveal growing dissatisfaction amongst T-Mobile subscribers, with only 40% fully satisfied and 30% planning to switch due to price hikes and network issues. Alternatives like Google Fi and Visible are gaining appeal among broader industry trends of eroding trust. T-Mobile must recalibrate to maintain loyalty, says this article. This new survey from Android Authority reveals that a significant portion of T-Mobile customers are contemplating a switch, highlighting issues like pricing hikes and service reliability. The poll, which gathered responses from over 1,000 readers, found that respondents cited recent price increases and legacy plans and perceived declines in network performance as primary grievances, painting a picture of a company that may be resting on its laurels. They're definitely resting on their laurels. Definitely resting on their laurels after years of aggressive expansion. Anyone here in this boat of switching from T-Mobile? Anyone here a T-Mobile customer? I mean, I've said nothing but good things about T-Mobile for years. I'm done. I mean, the only reason I haven't switched yet and gotten it yet because I need to do like cell phone company research and find out who's offering the best deal for switching over right now. It's just crazy. I'm so upset about it. What do we got in the chat? I've been with them for 20 years and I'm leaving. Whoa, McCain 19021. Wow, that's incredible. Well, you're not, like I said, you're not the only one, McCain. Like 30%. Now, honestly, I really think that 30% of people who contemplate leaving is higher, because that doesn't account for the people who've left in the last like year, 6 months to a year, because of the same reason. You know what I mean? Man, I'm getting the heck out of Dodge. Parm says, I'm sending my wife in there for you. She'll get you a new phone, LOL. No doubt, Parm. I switched carriers 3 times and I switched jobs and lost my company line. All these network carriers are terribly bad. Yeah. My bill was just between $90 a month straight since I settled on T-Mobile. Well, see, my bill has gone up. The pricing, T-Mobile prices just keep going up every year, like at least 2 price hikes a year, man. It's been crazy. I mean, I pay close to $300 a month for 2, well, for 2 lines, but really I'm paying for 3. And I'm just like, this is for 2 lines, unlimited data, almost $300 a month. That's not worth it. Like, Anywhere else, I'd be paying like $100. I could be saving myself a couple $100 right now. This is, yeah. I mean, I didn't know this because it's just like most people, you get your bill, you pay it, and you keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? You don't really assess it or reassess what you're paying on a particular bill, especially if you've had it for like a decade like me. I don't reassess the pricing. I just keep trucking. I pay it and keep moving. Yeah, I reassessed it and realized I'm paying about $150 more than I should be right now for 2 lines for unlimited data. That's $150 a month. That's almost a car payment. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like that money that I've just been throwing away that I don't have to throw away. Let me just put it that way too. I do not have $150 to be throwing away a month, but I've been doing it like a dummy, and I'm done. Now I've stayed with them because they have 70 gigahertz band support for long distance 5G. Yeah, what is that? Is that narrow spectrum 5G? Oh, I said millimeter wave. That's not millimeter wave 5G. But they got good 5G. I'm not gonna hold you. And their millimeter wave 5G is good when you can get it. In a city like Philadelphia, you can't get it a lot because the tall buildings are everywhere and it doesn't go through buildings. You know what I'm saying? But when you can get it, oh, it's good. You just can't get it that often, so I don't even care about it. Like their network expansion and capabilities are good. The network service, though, not so good. Not so good. All right, what else we got here? The next thing we got up on the list here is MacBook Pro review. Apple's most, you know what? I took that off the list. We're not going to talk about that. I was going to talk about Apple's M5 and their new MacBook Pro 14-inch, but I'm like, they're talking about gaming. It's a Mac. Who cares about gaming? No one's gaming on a Mac. If you are, stop. Go buy a PC. Don't waste the time. Buy a PC for a fraction of the price and then start gaming. I don't have a MacBook Pro and a monster PC gaming machine over there for no reason. The MacBook Pro can theoretically game. The stats are good. It's got, metal in it. Who cares? I'll never game on this thing. Ever. Jay says, I want to hear about the M5 Mac. Oh, you would. If Owen was here and you were here, I'd probably talk about it. But anyway, moving on. Oh, you know what? I had that. You know what? I had that on there. No. Yeah, I don't. They're talking about gaming. I don't care about the content creation aspect of it. I do care about. I won't lie. The content creation aspect. If you're a content creator, look into it. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll look into the content creation aspects of this, and because all I did was look at the gaming aspects of it, and just wrote a bunch of trash about it. But yeah, moving on. Oakley smart glasses. Now, first of all, I want to say something about this person right here. Who is this? What's her name? Let me find out who she is. Talk crap properly. Victoria Sung. First of all, let's talk about Victoria Sung. When I first saw Victoria Sung, I thought, oh, they got a fresh face at The Verge. But then I realized they gave my girl the boot. I don't even know her name. Oh, I'm terrible. Oh my goodness. She says Bud all the time. Oh, I can't remember her name. Oh my God. Regardless. Then I realized she took over the job from the girl I used to really like there. I thought, oh, she took her job, but she's okay, She presents tech well. She sounds like she's using it well. She sounds pretty knowledgeable. And then I started listening to her more. I'm like, okay, she doesn't sound knowledgeable. She doesn't sound knowledgeable at all. Not only that, does she not sound knowledgeable? She don't care what she look like on camera. I'm like, girl, you got a job talking about tech. You should be happy as crap. That's your job. You do this every day. What's there not to be happy? You should get up, what? She gets up like she just rolled out of bed, threw a shirt on and some pants that she slept on, and then goes on camera and starts talking. I'm like, oh. And then, not only that, for this particular, I read the article and then I went to go watch her video review on it. She looks so disinterested in the review. I'm like, dang, she look like she don't want to do this. She looked like she just rolled out of bed. Her clothes look like she just rolled out of bed with her. She's talking like she don't want to be there talking about this thing. I'm like, man, you give me some new tech to talk about. I'm going to be happy as crap. not her. And then I go to the comments. And it's so funny that the dudes in the comments are saying exactly what I'm thinking. Oh, she looks like she don't want to be here. Why is she on camera looking like that? Like everything I was thinking while I was watching the video, people were saying in the comments. And I'm like, okay, it's not just me. It's not just me. Anyway, she did a terrible review of this. The write-up wasn't even good either. Why did I highlight this? A, because I took my time to read it all. It was trash, but we're going to present it like it's not because I took my time to read it. Anyway, just looking at the title, you can tell that she doesn't care about this at all. Firstly, these Oakley smart glasses are perfect for weekend warriors and T-ball coaches. That's the title of this. She said T-ball coaches and weekend warriors. These are serious pair of athletic equipment. What are we talking about? T-ball coaches. Yeah, T-ball coaches might buy these. Yeah, weekend warriors might buy these. But you know who else gonna buy these in more numbers? Cyclists. People like me, one-wheelers. People who play or runners. I've seen so many athletic channels talking about these glasses and how they're so awesome. They're going to replace them with the ones they were using previously. How this is going to change their workflow for uploading the content that they produce while they're running, while they're skiing, while they're doing all of these things, surfing. I'm like, how could you reduce these glasses to T-ball coaches and weekend warriors when professional athletes are talking about these things like they're the best thing since sliced bread? But you who can't even do anything with her hair when she's on camera, it's like, oh, these are for T-ball coaches. Shut up. Just shut up. This is the last article I read from Victoria's Song. The video I just saw of hers was the last video I'll ever watch of Victoria's Song. And I have to watch you and complain about you because of what you look like on camera, and you're on camera. Chad, I did not mean to go in on Victoria's Song like I just did. That was not the purpose at all of this. The purpose of this was to talk about the Samsung XR glasses. But Victoria's Song has taken over the segment because of her, I don't know, her I don't want to be here attitude. Christina Ray, how's it going? Well, I'm not hair shaming, but my thing is this. Once you turn your camera on and you're presenting for a professional company like The Verge, yeah, I think your hair should be done. I think this is unacceptable. And it ain't just her hair. The clothes she's wearing in the video, literally, they look like she slept on them and then put them on and then went to do a video. I can see if you want to look like a bag and you're like me. I'm in my house. If I stumble out of bed and come on live looking like a bag of trash, okay, I'm in my house. I'm not working for some major corporation. She's not in her house. She works for a major corporation. There should be some expectation here. The person she replaced would have never done this. And I think that's why I'm kind of mad. The person she replaced would have never done this. Ever. Oh my goodness. She took an exciting story that I was excited to read and just she made it about her. Well, she didn't make it about her. I made it about her because of how bad she presented this, how bad the write-up is, all the dumb things she correlated it to, and then the dumb video she did of how bad she looked. Oh my God. Oh, Victoria. Listen, my Victoria hate doesn't rise to the level of my Aisha Roscoe hate, but it's getting close. You guys remember Aisha Roscoe? If you're a longtime viewer of the show, you know my disdain for Aisha Roscoe and why, so I won't go into it here. Victoria's reaching Aisha levels of hate. Okay, let's talk about the actual XR for a second. We talked a little bit about this already. It uses Android. Did we do? Oh, chat. Oh, we did. We talked about it already. I just wanted to talk about Victoria's song. My bad. We've already talked about the Galaxy XRs. I wasn't supposed to talk about it at that point. I wasn't supposed to talk about it until we got to this point right here. But okay, I won't go into it. We won't go into it. Anyway, the Oakleys. I want them. I want these, even though Victoria didn't do a good job presenting them. I want the Oakley Vanguards really badly. They come with louder speakers than the AI glasses I have on right now. I wore a pair. They fit really good. They look nice on me. I want them really badly. That's all I have to say. I was going to do a deep dive, but Victoria ruined it for me. So I'm too upset to do it. Let's just go on to eInk stories. All right, chat. Let's get to the chat here. Definitely not BM, LOL. Should they use AI rendered people? No. I would rather Victoria Sung's bag of trash performance. You know what I want to say? I don't want to say bag of trash. I want to say something else. I would take Victoria Sung's bag of trash performance over AI slop any day. But I got to tell you, the only thing saving her from being better than AI slop is the fact that she's got a pulse. That's it. Literally, that's it. I never checked how many people all right, we're doing okay. Let's go to the eInk story, shall we? So the only eInk news right now to talk about is the Note Air 5C and the Palma 2 Pro. Now, I wrote down some things. We're gonna talk about them. Jay made a couple comments about this. Let's go back up here. Macs are also increasingly really good for local AI LLM work. Oh, absolutely. Well, because the M series chips are just so good. I guarantee if Apple wanted to sell those chips, the M5 chips, if Apple were to sell those for AI computation, they would kill NVIDIA. NVIDIA would be dead in the water. Dead. But Apple doesn't sell their chips, so NVIDIA, you're safe. I will say this, Victoria is a funny writer. Okay, maybe she's a tad bit entertaining when she's writing. Okay, I'll give her that. Victoria Sung. I'll sing. No. What else we got here? Oh, that was it. So let's talk about the Note Air 4C. So let's get this up here, actually. Note Air 4C. Taking a look at it right here. We got EMR pen. We got pogo pens. We got a keyboard case. What else we got here? Android 15. Now, this feels more like paper has me interested. It says feels more like paper. Do they have a different film over the screen this time? I didn't see anything that said that, but those are the vibes I get when I read things like better writing. I mean, they could be doing the same dumb things like a lot of companies do. Oh, we have the brand new updated Kaleido 3 screen. Well, it's not an updated Kaleido 3 screen. It's just a Kaleido 3 screen. If you're saying it's updated over the Kaleido 2 or the Kaleido 2A or whatever that trash was called, okay. Nothing says that this is new technology here. As far as Kaleido is concerned. Don't get me wrong. As far as Kaleido is concerned, there's nothing here that says this is new tech. So, for me, same Kaleido 3. If they have an improved writing surface, this could be something they're just saying. They could have not done anything to the writing surface, but we'll take their word for it and say it's improved. BSR 3. I'm interested to see what that's about. The Pen 3. Let's take a look at this Pen Pro 3. Because if we're looking at it, to being honest, if we're looking at the device, it looks just like the Note Air 4C. They may have a slight color difference in the frame, but it's the same dimensions. It's the same shape. So we're not getting anything in the hardware design area new. I mean, which we don't have to get anything new. I'm just making that point. 6 gigabytes of RAM. Why in the hell does the Palma have more RAM than the frickin' Note Air 5C? What? The Surface is fine on the 4C, says Aaron. I agree, Aaron. I don't know what they're talking about improved it. I guarantee it's going to be the same Surface. They're just talking about improved over some ambiguous thing. Just like Apple says, oh, our computers are 40% faster than other computers. Well, what other computers, Apple? You didn't name any. How do we even know this is true? You see what I'm saying? Maybe they're like, oh, it's a new writing surface compared to the first Note we ever made. Like, so we don't know what it's new compared to. They're just calling it new. If I had the 3C, I would get it. If I had the 3C, I would get it too, Aaron. But I got the 4C, so I have no need for this thing. Writing surface is fine on the Note Air 4C. Well, this all right. So the thing about this is, in my mind, it's just what Aaron just said. This Note Air or Note Air 5C is for people who have the 3C who didn't upgrade to the 4C. If you have the 4C, it almost makes no sense to upgrade to this unless you're a reviewer who needs the latest device and you're like, I need to compare this to the other devices, like moi. But to be honest with you, the Note Air 4C isn't even a year old yet, so I don't feel the need to compare it to anything new. Like I don't feel the need to compare it at all. I don't think the Note Air 4C is optimized. I think there's something wrong with the hardware, and I showed that on a number of videos. I definitely think something's wrong with the hardware because my 10.3 works way better than the Note Air 4C. If the 5C fixed the optimization issues with the 4C, cool. If I can have three or four layers with color and writing on stuff without there being a crash, cool. Because that's what the 4C does now. It crashes with a number of layers. And the 3C didn't crash with the same number of layers with the same kind of workflow. But the 4C crashes with that. It doesn't, it crashes the app, but at least it doesn't crash the system like it used to. If the 5C fixes those optimization issues, then maybe I'll consider it. Because if I can use layers without problems, that's a win for me. Layers is a huge problem on the Note Air 4C. Honestly, they should just standardize on 8 gigabytes. This is silly. It is silly. Why would your pocket device be less capable than your full-size device? That makes no sense to me. None. Right, I suspect that if you get a 5C, you'll be blown away by the screen difference with respect to optimization. And that's what I'm saying, Jay. If I get the inkling that this is optimized, I want it because that allowed me to sell the unoptimized Note Air 4C and get a Air color device that's optimized. Now that is worth the upgrade for me. And if I get an inkling of that, then I'll buy it. Because I didn't even review the Note Air 4C. And the reason why I didn't review it and do videos on it like I would normally do a device is because the optimization just wasn't there. It's to me, it's more sluggish than 3C. The optimization wasn't there. It crashes in situations that wouldn't crash the 3C. And I'm like, for an upgrade, this shouldn't be this way. So I relegated that device to only my drawing device where I only need 3 layers. Some of my writing, I need like 4 and 5 layers for scripts and such. I have to do that on my Go 10.3, even though I would love to do it on the Note Air 4C due to the color. I have to do it on the 10.3 because the 10.3 can handle as many layers as I throw at it, no problem. The 4C, 3 layers, you're done. You add 4, that 4th layer is a killer. That's the straw that broke the camel's back right there. Parmesan says, Christina, probably a blessing that the keyboard is out of stock. The 13-inch keyboard had a lot of issues on the rollout. Oh, I'm still 3C. I'll get it once the keyboard is available. Okay. Yeah, this is just crazy. I'm not digging the 5C unless it's optimized. That's the only thing that would be different for me here. That pen, ugly. They tried. I don't know what they did with putting a clip on it. Like what? You put a clip on a piece of trash. Now it's a piece of trash with a clip. Like what are we doing here? I really want to look at it though. So let's go ahead and take a look at these pens. Where's the Pro 3? Oh, you can't even get the Pro 3 by itself. You got to buy that. You can only get that with the device, maybe. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So it's looking like you can only get that Pro 3 pen with the Note Air 3 with the Note Air 5C. Do we know what's new about this thing? There's not. Let's go back here. Do they mention specifics about the pen? Because I haven't seen that yet. Oh, there we go. So there's nothing here. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing in the pen stats that unleash your upgraded handwriting texture. Oh, so there is a new texture on the Note Air 5C. So there is a new texture on it, you guys. If we can see right here, Air 5C's upgraded handwriting texture. It offers more realistic sketching and drawing experience with just enough friction and resistance. We don't know anything about this pen though. Can we zoom in on this pen? Oh, you know what? It looks like they're going the eNote, the Penstar eNote route, right? With putting nibs inside the pen. That's taken right out of the Penstar eNote. As a matter of fact, they took 2 cues from the Penstar eNote. Onyx did. So clearly Penstar is doing something right with their eNote devices, because they copied the pen here with the removable back with nibs in the body of it, right? They have a clip on it, just like the eNote pen. They did something else too in the presentation that I saw. That was straight out of the eNote playbook. They're taking a lot of cues from the eNote. If you guys don't know what the eNote is and haven't looked at it, take a look at the eNote. It's got a lot of functionality that a lot of companies are starting to rip off right now. Yeah, I definitely see Onyx dipping into the Penstar eNote playbook on a few occasions during the presentation. But anyway, this pen, like I said, it's better in the sense that it has a clip. A clip doesn't make the pen better, okay? It doesn't. To me, it doesn't do it. But let's go on to the next thing we got here. Actually, let's go to the chat real quick before we move on. I too would love a new mini. What kind of mini are we talking about? Remarkable 2 keyboard is decent. Is the Remarkable Paper Pro keyboard good? Absolutely. The Remarkable Paper Pro listen, Remarkable to me is the only company that does the keyboard cases and folios right. They're like Apple, and that Dr. Ling. Let's get the, you know what? Let's get the air horns going for Dr. Ling for making it to the show. I appreciate you, Dr. Ling. Boox should have added a button to that pen. Word. Now you see, Penstar is beating them in that situation, because at least the Penstar pen has a button. It costs too much money for Onyx to put a button on it. Listen, they're getting away with robbery right now. You think they're gonna stop? So put that stylus in a pen pot on your desk and get a proper primary, Lamy, or absolutely, DeRock, 100%. Listen, I can't wait. I'm gonna be getting a pen clip here pretty soon. For the Kaweco, it's on the way. I can't wait. That Kaweco is gonna be the most expensive pen I have in here, and I can't wait to show it to you guys. No eraser with this thing. No eraser with this thing, and they call it a pro pen? Jay. How hard is it for Boox to release the device that everybody wants, the Mini? The Tab Mini C? Absolutely. They need to do it without the rounded back, though. That rounded back is the bane of the Tab Mini C. It's the only thing I don't like about the Tab Mini C. If they just square off the back and make it flat, and square off the corners and make it more, I don't know, more Paper Pro, more iPad-ish in its design language. Oh my, they have a winner on their hands. I mean, it's a winner already, but they really have a winner on their hands with that one. The Tab Ultra C Pro keyboard is also good. it ain't good as the Remarkable keyboard, bro. No one's touching. Well, I can't. I'm saying that, but I'm just going off a secondhand what I see off reviews because I haven't tried the keyboard on any Boox product, but I've tried Remarkables and it's fantastic. I mean, it's just made for it. Onyx keyboards, it looks like and feels like from what I get from people that they don't make it for a particular device. They make it and then they kind of cobble it for a device. Oh, we have a keyboard already. We can do some things and switch it around so it'll fit this device, and then we can move some things around, make it fit this device. Then we can move some things around, make it fit that's what it looks like Onyx does. Remarkable's like, no, we making this keyboard for this device, just this device. So we can get really granular. We can get really fine with the details. 0.01 millimeter accuracy. No, Onyx doesn't even know what 0.01 millimeters means. They're like, oh, it gets finer than 1 millimeter? Yes, Onyx, it does. It's a shame that Remarkable's typing interface is kind of trash from what I heard. It is. Now, I can't cape for their operating system. The operating system is never going to be as capable as Onyx's is. But the keyboard itself, the hardware, beautiful, works perfectly. Now, how it interacts with the software, that's a different story. But the way it works and connects to the device, flawless. I still want that keyboard case though. For tablet, I've had a folio keyboard. The thickness, weight, and touching the folded back keyboard. You know what? I have that. Let me show it to you guys. Oh boy. Yeah, here it is. Oh, that's the Remarkable. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. Okay. We'll have to do that demo some other time, chat. Whoa, Sony. We'll have to do that demo some other time, chat. I gotta find it. I don't really use it because I'm not a typer, but I have it, and I really do like the way it connects and feels and works. Like I said, its interaction with the UI, I can't give opinion on that. All right. What else we got here? Palma 2 Pro. Let's go on to the Palma 2 Pro here. So, Palma 2 Pro. I still say that the screen, I want it, right? Because I want to see if the screen size is the only device that I don't have right now from Onyx that you can write on that they made for writing. And I don't know if this is even made for writing. This is what I'm going to say about this Palma with writing. To me, it's like the Go 7. I know that's not going to make some people are not going to agree with that. This is not a writing device. Can you write on it now? Yes. But you could have done that with your finger if they had enabled you to do it before, because it always had touch ability. It had a digitizer. You could have always written on this thing. They just didn't allow it. Now they're allowing you to write. The technology in this, I'd be hard pressed to think that they put really good active handwriting technology in this thing. And the reason I say this is because they didn't pack a pen with it. It doesn't come with a pen, which tells me they're not trying to encourage writing in it. Can you? Yeah. It's got a digitizer. It doesn't cost them any more money to have this thing in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't think this is the primary use for it. They're like with the Go. The Go is an e-reader. The Go 7 is an e-reader. It's not a note taker at all. You can write on it now, but that's not its primary purpose. This is an e-reader. You can write on it now, but it's not its primary purpose. The Remove, the primary purpose is to write. So there's gonna be a lot of comparisons between this and the Go. And the Remove. I don't think there should be though. The screen sizes are two totally different sizes. This can't even compete in the same realm with the Remove as far as size goes, because you can get way more done on the Remove writing than you can on this thing. It's 6.1 versus 7.2 or 7.3. Just stop. But you're going to be able to write on it. So I want to see what that writing experience is going to be like. I definitely think it's going to be like the Ghost 7 writing experience. Nothing tells me that Onyx is going to get this right. And it's not because they can't get this right. It's because they just don't want to. They're not selling it as a note taker. They're selling it as an e-reader that you can happen to write on if you want to spring for the extra $50 for the pen. Because again, like I said, it doesn't come with the pen. They're not trying to encourage you to write with it. You can. If you want to, buy the pen, use it. I don't know. I don't know about that. CJ, how's it going? Adding writing seems like an afterthought. It's not even to me, Dr. Ling. It's not even an afterthought. The writing is like, listen, all right. This to me, this is the Onyx conversation right here. We already have a digitizer in it. We can put a slightly better digitizer in that's going to cost us pennies on the dollar to do. We can put a slightly better digitizer in there that allows for a little more accuracy when writing. We're going to have a digitizer in there anyway. So let's let's choose this digitizer over the less accurate one. This will allow for slightly accurate handwriting. It's not going to cost us any more money to do it, so let's just do it. That's the debate. It's not like they were like, oh, let's design this handwriting note taker that's going to be small. We're going to make it the perfect size to fit in your pocket but still be big enough to write. And no, if you want that, that's the TCL 60 Ultra. That's what that device is for. Because it has a 7.2 inch screen or 7.2 inch screen. And EMR. So they thought about writing, and it comes with the pen to encourage the writing. Do I think the TCL 60 Ultra is trash? Absolutely. But it's more of a note taker than this is, if that makes sense. Like, that's what people are thinking this is. This Palma is just an e-reader that you can happen to write on. Rod, you have to buy the Palma because this is what you really wanted. I do have to buy it. I've been saying, and I was saying this to Jay. I almost have to buy this because me and Jay have been talking about a device like this for a year now. You know what I mean? We've been literally talking about a little device that we can write on, stick in our pocket, maybe a breast pocket, you know what I'm saying? With a pocket protector. I'm nerdy, okay? I'm super nerdy. I want the pocket, I want the whole shebang, pocket protector and everything. Yeah, plus I don't have a Palma. And I wanted the last one, but didn't have a real reason to get it. I do have a real reason to get this one. So I will be getting this. I will be getting this. And yeah, I will be doing that. My comments don't appear on the live chat on your screen. No, you haven't been banned. Oh, it's because. All right, hold on. The live chat on the screen is my bad, you guys. Let me change this. So what happened is when I put the live chat up. Oh, it doesn't change it. So the live chat you guys see up here is the chat you guys see right here. Right there, is top chat. I haven't found out a way to change that chat to live chat so that I can show all the chats, but I can see all the chats on my screen here. So CJ, you're not banned. For some reason, it's just not showing yours on the top chat thing. But I see your comments here on my screen. I tried to change that just now, and it won't change it. The link they give you is not a live chat link. It's a top chat link, unfortunately. So I'll look into changing that, CJ. Thank you for bringing that up because I didn't even notice that was going on. This is what makes me think the writing on the P2 Pro is going to be better. Let's see. Jay just sent us a link. What do we got?
多个形式，在这么小的屏幕上。
I mean, I didn't get much of a writing example. Yeah. All right, let's look at this one more time. I don't know, Jay. That's not a good enough sample for me, bro. That's not a good enough sample size for me to change my opinion on that pen. Like, he didn't do nothing that I thought was challenging. You know what I mean? Nothing was telling to me right there. Yeah, you're going to be able to write on it. Yeah, it's going to be responsive. I don't want to feel like I'm writing with my finger, though. That's the problem I had with the Go 7. Okay, that's the issue. But what else we got on the list here of things I was talking about? Oh, functionality. So the active part of this I don't like. Let's go back over here. The active part of this device I don't like. So the pen about this, it uses the active ink Sense Plus pen. Who cares? It does come with a button though, so that's not for nothing. 8 gigabytes of RAM, like all of the devices should have, but whatever. This thing has more gigabytes of. It has more storage than a Note 5C2. What the hell, bro? Bro, what the hell? So, so why does the Palma? Oh, you know why? Probably because it's an e-reader. Okay. All right. The Palma probably has more RAM and more storage because it's an e-reader. And if I haven't learned anything from Mitchell, and I have learned a lot from Mitchell, it's that e-readers take more battery, which means they take more processing power probably than writing does, and they take up more space, right, than notes do. So maybe that's why. But man, it's totally disheartening to see the Note Air 5C have less RAM and storage than the Palma. That's crazy. But that's where we're at. They should just make 128, 8 gigabytes, the baseline across the board, man. Tender colors. What is that? Chat, what is that? What does tender colors mean? Are they soft? We got soft colors going on here? I want it because it's an e-reader you can go around with. It's not going to be premium. It's still a plastic device. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong about that, chat, let me know. I think it's still a plastic device, so it's not premium. It won't have a premium writing experience. I just think it's too small to get work done on, chat. I think if you're going to get work done on a device that you can put in your pocket, it has to be this size. It has to be this size if we're going to do it, chat. So Aaron was just saying, this is what I have to get. I have to get the Palma 2 Pro because it's what I've been wanting. Yes and no. This is really what I've been wanting, Aaron. A device this size with a 7.2-inch screen that you can fit in your pocket, that you can write on. This is what I've really been wanting, but this is just trash because it's not eInk. And the EMR, you can't use third-party EMR pens on it, only the one that came with it. So that's not good for me. That's not going to work. As if I want to use their little ass, ooh, my bad, chat. As if I want to use their little bitty thin pen. This thing. No, I'm sorry. Oh no, where is that pen at? I'm cursing because the TCL 60 Pro just upsets me. My bad, you guys. That's the amount of hate for the TCL 60 Pro. That's the amount of hate. But yeah, you have to be this size. This is kind of what I want, though. This is what I really want. Not this. And on top of that, I mean, I won't call this a premium build, right? I mean, it's not bad, though. That camera on the back looks nasty, though. I'm not going to hold you. This is not a pretty device in the back. As far as the screen goes, the screen size, the bezel-less display, this is what I want. That right there. This is what I was envisioned in my head. The Remove won't fit in your pocket, but it has the same size screen. The Palma will fit in your pocket. It just needs a bigger screen. This is all of that. bigger screen, yet still fits into your pocket. It's just not eInk, and it doesn't have interoperable EMR stylus. Those are the two hangups for me on this thing. Those are the two hangups. What do we got in chat? The camera is apparently good, judging from reviews. Yeah. I don't like the way the camera looks, though. The camera seems to be good, honestly. From what I've read to and from what I've seen, the camera seems pretty good. I just don't like. I don't like that round camera bump on phones. That just looks nasty to me. Everyone needs to just go with the squared off. I don't know what it is about me and squared off design aesthetics, but I like it. I think you now have to hate on Palma because of your love for the for the move. I can't hate on the Palma because I think the Palma to me is probably the most mainstream eInk device we have, right? For eInk, it's gonna be the most mainstream. Even more so than obviously the Remove, in my opinion. Like when the first Palma 2 came out, people went crazy about it. I saw that everywhere. Like legit, I saw everyone making videos, and it wasn't just paid promotions. It was like people genuinely excited to buy a small eInk e-reader that they can put in their pocket that had Android, right? That was the big draw too. But yeah, that's my thing about it. The added cost. So this thing is, how much is this? You know what? I'm about to blast people. So it's $400. Order now. Why? Okay, so it's $400 without the pin. So you have to buy the pin. So that's $450 if you want it with the pin, or $445, something like that. Over $400. Do we know? The Remarkable comes with a pin, and it's only $50 more. What are we talking about, people? The Remarkable Paper Pro, the Remove, is the same. It's the same price. Oh my goodness. Where all the Remove is too where all y'all at? Where all the people at that was talking about the Remove is too expensive? The Remove is literally $5 more than the Palma 2 Pro. $5. Oh my goodness. What are we talking about, chat? What? I got to make another video now about the Remove price. Now I got to troll all the Remove price haters. That's my job now. Remove price hater trolling. It's my full-time job. Okay, now I know you're going to troll. I know you're trolling. The Remove is orders of magnitude worse at everything else, or it simply can't do them. But we're not talking about the functionality. We talking about the price, bro. People hated on this thing, the price. And again, I would argue that the Palma is not a note-taking device. The Palma is an e-reader that you can write on, just like the Go 7. No one's going to use that thing as a note-taker, but you can. It's an e-reader. The Remove is a note-taker that you can actually read on. It's not as good as the e-reading experience as the Onyx Boox products, but the note-taking will be better. Especially if we're talking about the portable devices. It's going to be leaps and bounds better. Plus, you will have full access to a better Notes app reader and Android. The Move doesn't. Doesn't matter. None of that. Jay and Aaron, none of those things matter. Because it's like saying, oh, I don't find value in in the way Onyx or the way Remarkable does things, but I find value in how Onyx does them. That's a personal thing. Cost is not personal. Either it costs a certain amount or it doesn't, right? Now you can say that it doesn't have the value for you, but there are people who are like, the Remarkable shouldn't be that expensive. Well, for me, who find value in its aesthetics, its build quality, its simplicity, it was never too expensive, right? So value is one thing. How much it costs is another thing. I agree. The value is better on a Onyx Boox product. Hands down. The value. But when we talk about is something more expensive than another, and we're talking about it's way more expensive than this thing here, that's just numbers, right? And the numbers now say that the Remarkable Paper Pro Move is only $5 more expensive than the Palma with a pen. CJ says the Remove is a note taker. Palma is a phone size e-reader. CJ, none of CJ stuff is coming up. CJ, this might be a regional thing here, bro. Let me look real quick and see if anybody's aren't coming up here. Because now this is starting to bother me a little bit. Yeah, because it's not. Well, I mean, I can see your chat, CJ, so it's not blocking your chats. And I do think the reason why your chats aren't showing up on the live stream is because of I don't have live chat showing on the screen. It's just top chat, which excludes some chat. Why is excluding just? I mean, I'm not saying it's excluding just yours, but yours is the only one I can't see right now. So I'm gonna have to take a look into that. I will definitely take a look into this, CJ. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get live chat on the screen and where I can see it. So my apologies, CJ, but I'll read your chats out loud though. Well, see, CJ, my thing is the Palma is a note taker, or the Palma's a e-reader. The Remove is a note taker. It doesn't matter though. People are going to compare these two things, and that's what's going to happen, right? I agree with you. They're two totally different things. 100% agree with you, CJ. People are going to compare them nonetheless. They're going to compare them. And they've already been comparing them because people were talking about the Palma 2 when I was talking about the Remove and the price. People were comparing the price of the Palma to the Remove. So people are already doing it. I agree. It's not a worthwhile comparison. It's apples and oranges, right? But people are going to do it, so they're going to want to hear people talk about it. Dr. Ling says CJ got a point. Composing apples and oranges. Exact same thing I just said, Dr. Ling. Comparing apples and oranges. I can get a P2 Pro and do everything from writing emails, reading in any ecosystem because of the more expansive hardware inside the machine. I agree with you. I agree wholeheartedly. Like Jay, I'm never saying that the Remove is better at getting things done than Onyx. I'm never saying that. So I hope no one takes that from what I'm saying. I think the Remove has a better screen than a lot of devices. I think that it's the perfect size for writing if you're going to get a small device. I think it has the best active writing. I think it's the best at a lot of things. I do not think it's better than. I do not think the Remarkable platform is better than the Onyx platform, and vice versa. I don't feel that way. They all have their uses, and they're for different people with different use cases. So one isn't inherently just better to me. So that's never what I'm saying. I can pick things that I think that, in my opinion, are better, but overall, I can't. I'm never saying don't buy Onyx product because Remarkable is so much better. No, I would never say that because I know this is. I mean, if eInk hasn't taught me anything, she's taught me that all of this stuff is use case specific. That's the takeaway I learned from her a long time ago, and that it's being true in every conversation I've had about eInk and a lot of things for that matter. These things are so use case specific. I would never say one is better than the other. Now, I might say I don't like this machine. This machine is trash. Yeah. But to say it's better than another platform, no, I can't do that because they're all good for different things. I troll on all of them. I hate on all of them for different reasons. And I love on all of them for different reasons too. So it's not all hate. It's love sometimes too. CJ, just so you know, it's definitely not moderation. You look normal in the mod interface. Thanks for clarifying that, Jay. Yeah, it's definitely not getting cut out because, like I said, I can see those chats in my live chat thing. I think the problem is I can't make the live chat show up on the live stream. The live stream only shows top chat for some reason. I don't know why it does that. But I'm gonna look into figuring that out today, CJ, so we don't have this issue again. If that's the case, you have to apply that to the Mont Blanc. You guys said it was overpriced for its limitations. The Mont Blanc is definitely overpriced, but to me, it's not because of to me, limitations are only a limitation if you didn't plan it to be that way. I think Remarkable is purposeful in the limitations that they've implemented into the Remarkable. I don't have enough history with Mont Blanc to know whether they're being purposeful with the things they left out. It doesn't seem like it, but it could be the case. The Move really isn't better than the 5.8-inch tablets out there outside of the screen. Right. And don't get me wrong, and that's all I'm saying. The screen is the best. The form factor and the build quality is also the best. You can't knock that. You show me another device. I don't care what size it is. Show me another device that looks better than the Remove and the Remarkable Paper Pro. Show me. I'll either we'll agree or we won't disagree. I haven't seen anything that looks as good. Show me a device that has better build quality than the Remarkable devices. I don't care which one it is, the 2, the Pro, or the Move. They all have excellent build quality that no other company that I know of can touch. So it's not just the screen. The screen is good, but it's also the build quality. It's also the aesthetic, right? They do those things better right now than anybody else. Now, that's not to say that their operating system is the best, because it's not. That's not to say they have the best tools, because they don't. They don't even have stroke erase, which is ridiculous in 2025. But they don't have it. So I'm never going to champion the operating system. The hardware, though, stop playing with them. Listen, stop playing with Remarkable, bro. Like they got it on lock. Nobody's touching that until the Scribe ColorSoft comes out. I may be singing a different tune at that point, because again, you know who I'm gonna say. I won't even say it. You know who, chat. You know who. I do know it's all subjective. Yep, definitely all subjective. I wish these content creators took your approach of how you like or don't like a device. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, these are not, I have my reasons for hating on the Note Air 3C were personal, but they were also grounded in factual defects. That thing had all kinds of hardware defects and problems. So I'm super fair. I'm super fair about my opinions about these devices, and you know why? It's because I don't take money if I can say what I want. That means I can say something bad and then change my mind tomorrow. That means I can say something good and then tomorrow change my mind and say something bad. I have the freedom to do that. Dr. Ling implied panel spinay. Absolutely. I was just reading that. I wasn't saying his name. I was just reading it. Just in case you guys are tired of hearing me say it. What else we got here? Dr. Ling, because it's eInk, the answer to most questions like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's lame to trash a company for a personal reason. Right. Like I won't trash a company for which is why I wouldn't do the TCL. Like, bring up the TCL here. That's the same reason I didn't do the TCL. I didn't want to get the TCL as my first device, because I didn't want TCLs. They wanted to send me this device so I could talk about it, but I'm going to decline, because I don't want my first experience with a company to be me trash talking their device. Because I know that's what I'm going to do. So why get it, right? I want to wait till TCL has a device that I genuinely am interested in, and then they offer me the opportunity to talk about it, and I'll talk about it. And if I trash it, I trash it. But it won't be like I'm going into it knowing I'm going to trash it and souring that relationship off the top, like, right? So that's why I'm not going to do the TCL. I'm not going to take it from them, because I don't want that to be. I don't want their first experience with me to be me coming on here, And y'all know how I get down. There's no holds barred. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a company hating they ever talk to me. I'll have TCL wishing they never met me after I get done talking about this Ultra 60, the 60 Ultra, because I don't like the device. So I don't think it has anything for me. But yeah, that's the reason, Aaron. Because I'm honest in my opinion, and I'm not going to hold back because of a company, but I at least want to give them a fair shake and say, make something I'm interested in, then we'll talk, because this ain't it. This ain't it. What else we got here? I think the AI paper platform and the 10.3 and Note Max are on par with remarkable build quality. Not at all, Aaron. Not in my opinion. My opinion is that they are trailing remarkable in the quality. Because if you think about it, the Go 10.3 is just a copy of the remarkable 2. How can you be as good if you're copying something? You're just not. And even though they copied it, they didn't copy it to the degree that it has the same build quality. It doesn't. And you can't compare the Note Max to the Paper Pro or the Remove. The build quality that they produce with those devices, no one's touching. Definitely not Onyx. Not right now, anyway. I can't have the discussion I really want, LOL. I know where we're going with this. Yeah, but yeah, so that's the thing for me. So do I want the in closing, do I want the Note Air 5C? Yes, only if the optimization fixes the optimization problems that the Note Air 4C had, which is why I don't use it like right now, other than for drawing simple stuff. I went back to the Go 10.3, even though I want color. Like it just crashed too much, had too many performance issues. That the internal hardware is flawed on the Note Air 4C, in my opinion. The external hardware was flawed on the Note Air 3C. What's going to be flawed on the Note Air 5C? I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Jay says, I mean, any company can copy something from a design perspective, then improve on it. Yeah, I think that's true, but I guess from a standpoint of, if I created something and I invented it and I've had this thing around for 5 years, well, I haven't been sitting down hopefully I haven't been sitting around while that device sells and not be iterating on it, right? Not be coming up with the next design. I bring that up because by the time Onyx caught up to Remarkable's design, Remarkable had moved on to a way more robust, way more dynamic, way better looking design. I guess that's what I'm saying with this, is that when you copy something, you're behind the curve. So how can it be better? I mean, could Onyx had made a Remarkable 2 clone that was better build quality than the Remarkable 2? Yeah, they could have. But you know what it would have taken? It would have taken the same amount of time, R&D, and money that Remarkable put into it. And I haven't seen Onyx put that kind of time and R&D into any device. With at the pace they iterate at, they don't have the time to put that kind of time into a device. So I guess I say that with the iteration cycle in mind. You come out with a design, someone tries to copy it. By the time they've copied it, you moved on to something better. And typically, the quality of that copy, I've never seen a copy that has beat the original. You look at the iPhone. When the iPhone first launched, everyone was trying to copy. Well, not immediately. About 2 or 3 years after it launched, when people caught on how great it was, everyone and their mama was trying to copy that thing. No one succeeded. No one succeeded. Either the UI was choppy, the hardware was lackluster, it didn't have the same quality or appeal that the Apple products had, didn't have the same attention to detail. Like, you're behind the curve when you're copying. And I haven't seen a copy that's better than the original yet. If I'm wrong, you guys let me know. What copy of a device in tech was better than the original? Let me know. I don't think that happens, honestly. like I said, because of the design cycle. The Go 10.3 is strictly better than the Remarkable 2 at literally anything you can think of. The Remarkable 2 is supposed to be good, but was probably inspired by the Remarkable 2. let's see. Let's unpack that. The 10.3 is strictly better than the Remarkable 2 at literally anything you can think that the Remarkable 2 is supposed to be good at, but was probably inspired by the Remarkable 2. Well, the Remarkable 2's design qualities is better than the Go 10.3. Like, period. In my mind. I mean, this is subjective, but the build quality is just better. When you copy something, in my mind. I mean, let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at them. Because, I mean, if we want to be honest, Vanguards copied the Remarkable 2 as well. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't do a good as job either with the build quality. Like, so this isn't, I'm not crapping on Onyx. This is just anybody who tries to do this. I don't think that I think inherently you're just not going to make as good a device. So let's take a look at here. Can we pull it out? Oh, chat. Where is it? Oh. All right, so back this up a little bit here. Back this up a little bit here. All right, so what we have here is the Remarkable 2, which to me, like, just if we just look at it, metal button, metal spine, glass surface, right? It has a chin, and it has a little spine over here, but it's done. When this launched, this was like a piece of art. No one's ever compared this to a piece of art. No one's ever compared this to a piece of art. People compared this to a piece of art over the internet when it launched. Everywhere over the internet. Now, let's turn to the back. I mean, this is just the front. I mean, it's beautiful even in the front. Now we talk about how it's built. So we got the metal spine here. We got the pogo sticks here, right? We got, for accuracy when it comes to sticking a keyboard case on there, we got feet back here, right? And then we have this material back here on the back. Now, it's plastic, right? It's just a plastic material on the back here, but super simple, super functional, includes the feet and everything. Now, and it's so well designed that even the cases include little slots for the feet. So they think about everything. Now, let's look at this. The Go 10.3 has a spine, but it's not a metal spine, okay? That's the first thing. That's a quality thing there. Like, a lot of people don't care about that. But to me, that's a quality thing. That costs a little more money to put that there. This was a cop-out, in my opinion. But we'll move on. Because think about it. We got the metal spine on the Note Air 4C here. I mean, they clearly copied the design of the Go or the Remarkable 2. They didn't copy that though. Cool. I mean, I think that looks cool though. Not metal, but I still think that looks cool. The back. Now, first of all, you got this plastic strip in the back. That degrades the quality of it for me. Why is this here? Why is that there? No reason. Oh, I want to put a bit of plastic in the back of my device. That's going to make it super premium. No, dude, it's not going to make it super premium. That you just made it look really childish, okay? That's really all you did. What else we got here? Okay, but that's about it. Not a bad device. Not a bad build quality. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying this is better. I'm just saying this is better. Now, we can look at the Vanguards here. Again, still inspired by the Remarkable 2 here. We got the chin at the bottom. And if we really want to be straight, it's inspired by the first Remarkable, because this design is the Remarkable 1 design, especially when you think about the 3 buttons they got at the bottom here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the first Remarkable was plastic, and this is metal and glass, and it's got a little plastic in the back here. But even like Remarkable, it's got that little plastic back just like Remarkable. These are Remarkable knockoffs. to me, they're not designed better than the original because they are designed like the original. They didn't choose any materials that were even more high quality. They used the same materials. So nothing has beat this yet. No feet on any of these. I had to put, tech feet on this that you don't put on yourself. But remarkable, they already included the feet. That already works with their device. That's build quality, bro. That's premiumness. Okay, how many people did I lose with that rant? Oh, a lot. Aaron, you sent me down a road of no return. Rod, all three tablets are designed premium. No. There is, but there's levels. Like, I'm beautiful. I'm okay. I'm beautiful. But Rudy Huxtable, way more beautiful than me, okay? There's levels to this beauty. That don't mean I'm not beautiful. That just means Rudy Huxtable is way more beautiful than I am. That's all. That's it. So I'm not saying that they aren't quality premium devices. They ain't more quality or premium than this is what I'm saying. That's all. Man, on that note, hold on, let's go to the chat first. I would bet that the new Kindle Color Soft, hold on, let's get to the chat before we do that. I would bet the new Kindle Color Soft will be better than the Remarkable Paper Pro from screen performance to build quality. I'm not going to disagree with that. And you know why I'm not going to disagree with that. I won't say, because people are upset about me saying his name, but you know why. I think the Kindle Color Scribe is going to be an excellent device. I really do. This is crazy because the Note Air 4C works. Are you using layers, Aaron? The Go Timber 3 is strictly better than the Remarkable 2 and literally anything. Oh, yeah, we did that. Oh, stream is hitching? Oh, did it? Oh my goodness. Did the stream? My bad. Oh, the stream went down. The stream is down. Chat, my bad. The stream went down and had some problems. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here while we have a chance to end it. Oh boy. All right, I think I'm back. All right, if you are still here, my bad, chat. I'm gonna end it right here before it has a problem again. I will see. Let's get the outro music going. I'm gonna end it right here before it starts having this problem again. Oh, I did it again. All right, chat. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for being here. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. I gotta figure out what. I'm gonna be on the phone with Verizon again. Like, what's going on, dude? I've been having internet problems for a year. But thank you guys for joining me. I'll be here again tomorrow. Hopefully, I won't have internet issues. We'll talk more about this thing here. I was going to end the show pretty soon anyway, you guys. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Thanks to the chat crew for joining. We got Jay, we got Aaron, we got Dr. Ling, we got Christina Ray, we got Aaron, we got CJ. Thanks for being here. We got who else? The Rock. Thanks for being here. We also got Nazoni. Thanks for being here. Who else do we have? Palm, thanks for being here as well. If I missed you, my bad. I'll get you on the next one. Thank you guys for being here. 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, Monday through Friday. Learn about tech. Chat crew. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. And until tomorrow, you guys. Peace. Take care.